Today on the show, we're continuing our recap of Royal Servant, plus I'll be giving away some codes for Lezhin. So the next chapter picks up where the previous one left off. You have Sharon's boyfriend and Kristoff talking, and Kristoff is like, you know, you really shouldn't have attacked Lucien. He's really, really strong. Royal bloods are really strong, and a lot of them are just not kind. And Sharon's boyfriend is like, you know what? Yeah, maybe he's strong, but he uses his power to hurt other people, so he's got nothing to be proud of. Naturally, the two of them tell Xian when he comes back, and he's like, oh my god, this is really serious. Then Xian goes to Lucien and is like, did you really stay just to do that? And Lucien's like, no, of course not. I sort of wanted to see you. And Xian is like, yeah, that's bullshit. Just get out. But before he tells him to get out, he does give him a piece of paper and he's like, this is where you can find Ryan. So when Xian meets up with Lucien, he's like, hey, why did you bring Kion with you? And Lucien's just like, well, you told me to come straight here, so I didn't have a chance to drop him off. Turns out Ryan has been hiding in a fake city this whole time, and he's been in a state of sleep. He's hiding in this fake city because if he was found, it'll be really bad. So Ryan's like this really all-powerful royal. Kion, however, is experiencing some weird coldness from this fake city, so Xian is like, take this coat, go outside, you'll feel better there. Then Lucien and Xian continue on and they find Ryan sleeping in this fake elevator room. It's quite strange. They wake Ryan up, and as he wakes up, the coldness from this fake city disperses, all the fog goes away, and Kion looks up to see a blue, clear sky. They go back to Xian's mansion, and Xian catches Ryan up about a team of researchers looking for an antidote for the VS solution. Then Ryan's like, okay, well, thanks for catching me up, but I should really go and talk to Lucien because I didn't get a chance to talk to him earlier. Then there's a balcony scene which has sexy sex. But after all of this, Kion stays on the balcony feeling ashamed of himself apparently, even though this has been going on for quite a while at this point. And Ryan turns up and is like, hey, don't jump. And Kion is like, wait, what? And he's like, oh, I got the wrong idea. Show me around the mansion. Anyway, Ryan says to Kion, hey, I recognize you from when you were a kid. Lucien probably doesn't recognize you. I'm sorry for that. But Xian probably recognized you. He has a sharp eye, and Kion is very confused. He's not bright. So Kion sort of turns around to Ryan and is like, so who are you? And Ryan's like, I'm a friend of Lucien's family. I was friends with his great-grandparents. I was friends with his grandparents. I was friends with his parents, and I've known Lucien since he was born. But the day that Lucien's parents were about to be killed and there was blood all over the mansion, it's actually thanks to Ryan that Lucien stopped mutating. He used up so much of his power that he actually had to sleep for an entire decade, which is why he was sleeping earlier. After going around the mansion, Lucien finally turns up and Ryan's like, hey, you know, sometimes it's a good thing you make mistakes, referring to photos that he found in the mansion that Lucien forgot to throw out. We then have a bit of an exposition chapter that basically tells us that Kristoff is half royal-blooded, but we don't know why he's working as a servant, and Xian has no family whatsoever. You can't even meet another member of the Icar family. His parents died and he just doesn't talk about them. And then there's sexy sex. For the next day, Ryan goes to Karis and he's like, hey, I have business at the Sevalov family. And Karis decides that he's going to go with Ryan. So it turns out that Karis actually audits households to make sure that servants get treated properly, because there is a long history of servants being treated badly in conservative households. At the end of the audit, Karis is like, okay, everything seems in order, but here's my number. If anything happens, give me a call. Doesn't have to be with Lucien. But guys, that's where we're gonna end this part for today. So if you want to enter the giveaway to get some points to spend on Lezhin, you know the drill. Leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite part of Royal Servant so far. I have to say, these latest 5 chapters, like the ones in this part, have been my favorite so far. It's really starting to pick up the pace a bit more. Also, go to Lezhin, register for an account, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do all 3 of those things, you'll be entered into the giveaway, and I'll contact you individually to get a code. Okay guys, that is it for today. So what do you think of Royal Servant so far? Please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, do all the social links down below. Check out my Patreon. But for now, my name is Faust. This has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.